Hello and welcome everyone to beautiful and humid Richmond, Virginia in the United States for IQA World Cup 2023. We are about to get underway here at Pitch 4, matchup between Japan and Brazil of Pool 3. Both teams are off to an 0-1 start on the day. If you've been following along with us here on Pitch 4, then you watched the Brazil-Germany game from earlier today. Germany caught to win after leading by 3, and a very physical Brazil team, I think, really came out and surprised some folks. Meanwhile, Japan, in their first ever international tournament, did take a loss to Canada this morning, but I think it looked a lot better than some people thought they would, considering that this is their first ever international tournament, and they were playing against the second oldest national team in the world, Canada, just behind the United States there. So as we look for starts, looks like Sparate is going to run up quad ball for Brazil, and Katahira is going to run up for Japan. Phil Kane running up for Brazil dodgeball wise. Can't quite see the number of the Team Japan player. I'll get that as soon as I possibly can. And we are off. It's going to be Brazil quad ball to start, immediately beat out there by Oda. Japan with the early stop and early dodgeball control as Japan immediately looks to sub out one of their players who had started that run up. So Brazil now looking to work on defense. They're looking at like a 1-3 zone with only the one dodgeball. Far side for Japan. Working it around the corner. Endo back behind. Oh, the jump shot, no good, it's low. Brazil first to it. That's Santi. Leo Santi slowing it down after Japan gets the stop. Huge high press here from Japan. Love to see that on the defense. Looks like Tanaka's gonna cover the player behind. Everybody else is covering up top. Sanchi going right. Oh, beat out there. Brazil is gonna win control here. Goes left, Sparat to Sanchi. Kane now with a dodgeball. Can clear a lane. Sanchi doesn't need it. Takes it himself. Finishes through the contact of Rita Endo. And that's going to make this 1-0 Brazil. So Brazil now set up, still in that 1-3 with control. Japan playing around with it up top. Mizuguchi. Oh, fake shot, then the real one. Huge block from Ramos da Costa. Now Brazil wants to run. No, they slow it down. Sanchi bothered a little bit there by Ishida, who gets beat out for his troubles. And Brazil keeping it slow. Sanchi directing traffic. Really letting Guedes here know what he wants done with this dodgeball. Oh, huge cut there from behind Ramos da Costa. Good find there from Sanchi. Oh, but Japan wants to run. They're able to do so. The one fake hits the second shot. That puts Mizuguchi and Japan on the board 2-1. I love the aggression from Japan. They want to run fast breaks. They want to run a high press. And I think that could really be an equalizer throughout this tournament, no matter what opponent they face, as long as they don't get too overextended with those beaters. Dodgeball control now with Brazil. It's going to impede from Japan from running a high press. They drop back into what looks like a 2-2 here, or maybe a 1-1-2. Ishida playing point up top. Kane marking with the dodgeball. Sanchi going left. Ishida beat out. Oh, great read there from Team Japan. That was Tanaka. And then Silva is able to score to make it 1-3. Great read there from Tanaka. Just not quite enough as Brazil won the race to the loose ball as they did all day against Japan. Sanchi looks up. Oh, great swim move. Moves right. Beat before, so that one's not going to count for Mizuguchi. And Brazil gets the stop. They're also going to keep control as Sanchi now has to do the inbounding procedure. Some subs starting to come in for Team Brazil. Silva, near side option in the corner. Chavez, near side option up high. Pajares, near side option, or far side option up high. Kane, dodgeball in front of Sanchi. Goes to Pajares. Way deep corner. Chavez gets beat out, gets rid of it. Silva gets to it before it goes out of bounds. Immediately hit hard by Tanaka. And that should be a contact from behind call on Team Japan. And that is indeed going to be what that yellow card is for. Card trouble due to contact is actually something that Brazil faced in their matchup against Germany. We'll see if kind of the flip gets, or the script gets flipped here and Japan suffers from the trouble, or if both teams really settle into it. So Silva, deep behind. Cuts it out, Pajares. Pajares, top shot. Oh, the one-handed grab from Sanchi. That was a beautiful goal, and Brazil extends their lead to 3, up 4-1. Mizuguchi makes the quad ball live and immediately subs out, replaced by Takahashi. Tanaka going to sub out as well here. And that is Reina Matsuo in now for Japan, near side corner option. Playing pass up top. Control now with Japan. Brazil gets the stop. Now they want to run. They don't have control. Sanchi, does he see the beater? Now he does. Gets rid of it. Oh, great hand there from the Japanese defense. That was Shimizu who gets the knockdown, and now Japan wants to run. There's no dodge balls back. Let's see if they can put it through. Oh, just takes the contact through Sanchi. Looks like Sanchi is going to be hurt. They're calling it no good.
5 minutes.
And we're going to take the injury stoppage here. We'll be right back.
Eu aguento mais uns 3.
So after all that, Fabio Silva actually ends up in the box. Contact was too high. Sanchi is fine and still in this game. It's been awarded to Team Japan. This is a scrum right at the hoops. I cannot see the number of the player who has quad ball in hand. Phil Kane is also there with a dodgeball. Ball comes out. That was Matsuo who had started with it. And I think now we're getting a high contact again, yellow card to Brazil. In this case, Leo Chavez. So once again, Matsuo is going to start with the ball in her hand. This time she's not quite as surrounded by people, although Leo Sanchi looks like he's going to try to get a hand in the way, get a hit off, whatever. But Matsuo looking to score Japan's second goal of the day.
I'll get here.
Pajares also hands in front. And a stop for Brazil. Good defense, although with 2 chasers in the box, they're going to have to test the limits of how slowly this ref is going to let them walk up the field. Let's see if Japan, with dodgeball control, looks to run a full press here. Looks like they want to pick it up right at half pitch.
You got 40 seconds. 40 seconds left on your penalty.
40 seconds to go.
Yeah.
Day now in, dodgeball in hand,
30 seconds.
in front of Sanchi.
30.
Uesaka going behind with the dodgeball for Japan. Sanchi sprinting now, gets rid of it. Pajares cannot pick it up. Sanchi, though, is going to catch the rebound. Should be a reset used. Sanchi is still safe, now getting huge wrap. That was Shimizu. It might have been better if he used 2 hands. Sanchi now, right side, getting the beater help from Day. Rips his shot too high. Now both players are back in for Brazil, although it is going to be a quad ball turnover. Score here is going to remain 4-1 in favor of Brazil. Not the best case scenario from Japan, as they don't get a second chance to score with players in the box for Brazil, but they do at least get the stop. Endo near side option.
Score is 4-1.
Shimizu was playing catch. Now it's back to Endo. Endo driving in, taking space, hits it back out to Takahashi. Takahashi back up top to Shimizu. The ball ends up, in Shimizu's hands. Oh, the huge jump got everyone off the feet, but then off the crossbar and out. Shimizu couldn't put it home.
I'm not even a ref.
Illegal contact. Drop from behind.
So an illegal contact from behind on Leo Sanchi. An early foul trouble, again a problem for Brazil. Lucky so far, all 3 yellows have been to separate players, but now they are now playing with 3 of their chasers who take the most minutes, all on 1 yellow card, and the second one will result in a game ejection for any of them. So Leo Chavez is going to take the green headband. The quad ball is going to be awarded to Team Japan and into the hands of Rio Endo, just about halfway between the keeper zone line and mid-pitch, right in the middle of the field. Nascimento, who's right on top of the hoop, is a beater and cannot block a shot. Quick shot here might be the option for Japan. We'll see what they elect. Endo immediately off to Takahashi. Takahashi's beat out. Quad ball just on the ground. Picked up here by Silva. Silva running down, passes off, right back. Pajares is beat out as the pass goes to her, but Silva's the first one to it. He gets beat out. Shimizu picks it up. Shimizu starting to run, gets it off to fellow Shimizu, who's called. No, I think we're calling pass after beat. It's going to be Chavez from Brazil with the ball. Picks it up, puts it home. Brazil now up 5-1 and scoring a goal despite being down a chaser. And with that, Team Brazil is going to use their timeout. They'd gone quite a while without being able to score. Finally, they get one on the board, and instead of kind of riding that momentum, they do immediately call for the timeout. Some discussion about whether or not they could call a timeout at this point. The ball was dead, although it was in the hands of Team Japan.
Timeout requested by Japan. 1 minute. Starts now.
Oh, my mistake. It was actually Japan who had called the timeout, which makes a lot of sense now, trailing 5-1. So we will have a 1 minute stoppage here. Story so far. Brazil still very physical to their advantage, but they've had a lot of cards. They now have 3 chasers sitting on 1 yellow. If any or all of those players should get a second and end up ejected from this game. Brazil has not used a lot of depth so far in their first 2 games. It could really allow Japan to get back into this one. Meanwhile, Japan Their beating game seems to be at least on par with Brazil's. They've just had trouble scoring, especially around the hoops. I think what they need to do is try to draw some of those Brazilian defenders off the hoops and open up these shots that they like to take, as they don't seem particularly comfortable finishing through contact. We are just over 8 minutes into this match. Again, there will be a heat stoppage at 15 minutes. That's going to happen at every game here in Richmond due to the heat and humidity. And so, unless another team calls a timeout, that will be the next big stoppage.
18 times that I have to be more 18 seconds again. 18 more seconds.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
So coming out of this timeout, it's going to be Takahashi in the green headband for Japan, ball carrying. Kohei Koyama has a dodgeball for Japan. Another one is at the feet of their other beater, whose number I can't see. One storyline from this game that is a little bit fun. Kohei Koyama of Team Japan and Phil Kane of Team Brazil were actually teammates on Rutgers University Quidditch about 8 years ago. So two former teammates going at it here.
3, 2, 1.
So the ball gets passed off here.
That was just
Up high. Goes down low. That's Takahashi. Takahashi right back up top. It's going to be a reset used as Naito picks it up, runs through, gets beat. Paul Harris gets it to Chavez. Chavez looks to run, does run right around Takahashi. The pump fake, the shot misses high. Leo Chavez wants that one back. Running some more subs here is Team Japan. Nicolas Gobert subs into the game, is immediately given the quad ball. Shimizu, near side option, a white headband. Naito, far side option, also up top. Takahashi is all the way deep in the back right corner. The ball does go to him. Paul Harris steps out for defense. Oh, Takahashi puts the moves on, goes right. Oh, great read there from Chavez to intercept the pass that was intended for Gobert. Brazil gets another stop. Chavez, Sanchi, near side option, going deep. Late into this game for the first time, I think. Oh, great interception there from Takahashi, knocks it down. Endo picks it up.
10 minutes!
As we hit the 10-minute mark, Naito is pressured by Chavez. Finally, they get it over to Takahashi, who's in the green headband, and can prevent the press, and Takahashi immediately passes it off to Gobert. Subs out for Mizoguchi. Shimizu also subbing out. Now checking in is Suzuki, I believe for the first time in this matchup. Ando, dodgeball for Japan. Control with Brazil. Goes deep behind him, Mizoguchi. Mark tie by late. Back up top. The shot is no good from Naito, and that goes out of bounds. Gobert gets beat out. Hustles back. Nascimento subbing out in the beating game for Brazil for Carvente. And now in the green headband is Castro. So Sanchi, Castro, Pajares, and late are the chasing contingent for Brazil as they run a 1.5. Japan gets around it, immediately wants to press. Pajares gets rid of it as she is beat out. Corner now, Castro gets it off to Sanchi. Sanchi, the move right, the score left, 6-1 in favor of Brazil. Although on the 1.5, the Team Japan beater immediately stepped around the tackle and immediately looked to press. It was a beautiful way. That's the best way to beat a 1.5. And that was Haruki Ando who ran that play. Gobert, right side, Tanaka, right back to Gobert. Deep, Mizoguchi, around Sanchi, gets it out to Naito. Oh! The beautiful alley-oop finish to Tanaka. And Japan ends their scoring drought as they now only trail 6-2. That is the sort of ball movement that Team Japan needs. It's oh so pretty when they get it right. They had the Brazil defense going behind the hoops, in front of the hoops, behind the hoops, and finally in front of the hoops right to the goal. And all 4 members of Team Japan's chasing contingent get the goal, and further in their favor, Carvente gets a yellow card, I believe, for contact from behind, which happened after the goal, so he is going to have to serve time here. So that's been 1 minute or until Japan scores, and Brazil is rewarded the quad ball, so they could really turn their fortunes here and pull this one back within flag runner range if they get a quick goal. Gobert looks to sub out. A bunch of subs here for Team Japan. They're a little bit confused about who should be subbing, so they're walking it slowly up the pitch. Ball now in the hands of Shimizu. She passes it off to Naito. Naito gets it off to Mizoguchi. Right back up to Naito.
One more time. 12:30.
Tanaka is the trailing chaser behind. Oh, but the great pass to Mizoguchi. Late ran it all the way, knocked it down. Sanchi cannot save it before it goes out of bounds, and Team Japan doesn't know. They're about to be awarded an inbound on the quad ball.
99.
10, 9, 8,
5 seconds left here on the penalty to Team Brazil's beater. They're about to be at full strength again. There's no dodgeballs in the play. The pass or shot gets knocked down, goes to Naito. Naito picks it up, runs through. Castro brings him down, and they get the stop. Handoff here, finally to Castro in green, and Team Japan is going to receive a card here, Mizoguchi, for contact up high near the neck area. So after killing a penalty for Brazil, they go on a power play for themselves as they're up 6-2. Can you tell them he can't be keeper? They need to. Oh, he's switching his. Oh, they got it. A little bit of confusion here as Team Japan just has reversible headbands. They did not need to trade. Naito is now just going to be wearing green for Team Japan. Castro keeps it slow. No dodgeballs again for Team Brazil. The one on the ground is way back on the Japanese end. Oh, and as Carvente went for playing controls, unable to get it. Japan wants to press. Sanchi was not expecting the pass. The kick came way late, and it is going to be turned over. Naito gets the shot out too low. Japan first to the ball. That's going to be a card. No, hands went down. That's a stop. And Brazil got away with one. Sanchi is called with a card here. That will be his second. He will not be allowed to play anymore in this game. And that might be worst case scenario, as he is
Just shy of 14.
one of Brazil's best players. The referees discussed this. Aki Tanaka was on the bottom of that pile for Japan.
They were on the floor.
Obviously, extremely important the refs get this one right, as it would result in an ejection if a card went against Team Brazil or Leo Sanchi.
13:47.
13:47 is the game time. I think it was asked because it was at 15. We'd go to the heat stoppage. No call on the play. So crisis averted for Team Brazil. They get the stop. They do not receive a card. And they're looking to run some subs. Chavez back into this game for Castro. Sanchi subbing out. Palhares will ball handle for Brazil. Carvente is going to lead her up the pitch. Leo Sanchi right back in the green headband. And Julio Chavez right back in white headband. They just needed to go off for that, as Team Japan is now back up to full strength. gaining Mizoguchi. Sanchi near side. Chavez left side option. Pahara's right side option. Goes to Chavez. Read well by Shimizu. Koyama had closed out to that. Pahara's great little bounce pass over to late, or the knock pass over to late. Shimizu, though, covers it, gets rid of it, gets it to Naito, who's in green. He wants to run. Leo Chavez, the only person back. The errant dodgeball does not come in. Chavez with the great wrap around Naito's right arm. Naito switched to his left hand, gets the goal. 6-3. And Japan is now back in range here.
15!
Sanchi
15!
moving up the pitch.
15 minutes!
And we are at our 15-minute time stoppage.
4-minute break.
4 minutes off here, and it could not come at a better time for Team Brazil, as they've given up back-to-back goals for Team Japan. After leading 6-1, it's now just 6-3. Kind of a free timeout to talk it over, see what they want to change. Really, I think they're passing around the hoops. It's just a little bit too far. There's not a lot of threatening passes, and Team Japan is closing out well. Meanwhile, on the other side, Japan had one goal that was on a beautiful passing play, another one that was on a fast break. Looks like they really need to get it going on both types of offenses to keep this one in control. So as this water break continues, we're actually going to go ahead and take that break. We will be back with you right before this one gets restarted. All right, everyone, welcome back. We are about to come out of this 15-minute heat stoppage. A reminder, the score here, Brazil 6, Japan 3 in this Pool C matchup between the pots 4 and 5 teams. So Brazil does have the quad ball here in the hands of Leo Sanchi. Dodgeballs are with Team Japan.
Heat break. Game time is 15 minutes. The score is currently 60 for Brazil, 30 for Japan. We mount.
All right, and we are getting off again here. Sanchi going to keep it slow. Pretty high look here from Team Japan. They're looking to press. They're going into a mark defense. Sanchi doesn't really know what to do with this. He's not advancing. I think he could get a warning here soon. Just lets one rip. Goes up to Chavez, but it's knocked down. He used his height, but the hand there of Aki Tanaka just knocks it down. And Japan now looking to extend their scoring streak to 3. Full head of steam here. Oh, the beautiful pass, and it goes through. Naito to Mizoguchi to make this one 6-4 in favor of Brazil, and Japan is on a little bit of a run here, 3-0 in the last 4 or 5 minutes. Sanchi bringing it up left. Japan still with control, still looking to run a mark defense with extremely aggressive beaters. Nascimento now in, dodgeball for Brazil. Guede is going to be his partner. Oh, but Sanchi beat out. Naito picks it up. Just Chavez to beat. Chavez, though, will not be beat. Just whips the ball away. Huge defense there from Leo Chavez to prevent Japan from pulling up between 1. And Japan, even with that aggressive beat on Sanchi, was able to keep control, which is not something I thought they were going to be able to do. Uesaka and Oda, the beater pair for Japan. Sanchi again going left. Nascimento in front of Sanchi. Oh, and Brazil is able to win control here. Huge turn for them, and now forcing no dodgeball. Sanchi drives through and gets the goal through contact. Sena Samishu just could not bring Sanchi down. He also gets a yellow card for his troubles. There's going to be no time served because the goal was good, making it 4-7 Brazil. And I can't help but think if Shimizu had used 2 hands on that wrap, not only might have it stayed legal, it might have brought Sanchi down.
Seven blue.
Wait, that was a blue card?
So goal is good. Brazil up 7-4. We're making sure the score table has the correct number and card. 17 minutes is the time. Again, there will not be a stoppage at 20 minutes. Seekers will just be released.
Score 70-40.
And with this, Guedes actually for Brazil has a dodgeball behind Team Japan. Looks like he's just going to run his way all the way down. There's no dodgeballs in the hand of Japan right now. Oda got away with one. He was illegally calling for immunity before Team Brazil had picked up both dodgeballs. Nascimento was chasing after one when Oda's hand went up. Although they're now discussing a kick. I don't think there's anything dangerous about that kick, but we're going to find out right now.
Illegal contact! Illegal kick!
Oh, so they're saying the kick actually made contact with Guedes, I think. And that's why it's going to be called no good. Dodgeball going to be put on the ground. Oda going to be sent to the box. We're just making sure that Oda here understands what the call against him is so that it does not happen again. One of the fun things about World Cup, Team Brazil against Team Japan with a, I believe, French referee, really needing to make sure that we get through the language barriers here. The fans don't think the kick was illegal, but they do not get a say, obviously, here. With that, Sanchi, quad ball in hand, has dodgeball control with them, Nascimento and Guedes. As Team Japan's speaking captain continues to talk with the entire refereeing crew.
What was it called?
Illegal kick?
I expect
Was illegal contact.
here that Team Brazil will run, and they do. Sanchi going up. They are running a 1.5. Oh, and just a drop dodgeball there from Team Japan. Sanchi goes left. A great arm in there. Oh, the huge defense. Another stop from Tanaka. But finally it gets to Chavez, and he scores. 8-4. Oda back into this game on that goal. And Aki Tanaka now has 2 or 3 goal line stops. Her defense has been impeccable.
We're using the time on that point.
Timeout requested by Brazil.
And this time it is Brazil that has called the timeout. They stopped Japan's run after being up 6-1. Suddenly it was 6-4. But they have the 2 most recent goals to be up 8-4. And quite frankly, I think at this stage, both teams have to be rather happy with how they've played. Japan certainly not out of this one. They're trailing only 4. A goal and a catch would put them even. And Team Brazil, I think, early on, they got 3 yellow cards to 3 of their more physical players. All 3 of those players have been able to play cleanly after that, which I think was a major concern coming out of that Germany game this morning. And Team Japan, I think, is showing that their aggression when they have 2 dodgeballs is really, really good. Unfortunately, their 2 games left are against Germany and Australia, who both have gold medal hopes here today and are going to be tough opponents. But I don't think Japan is going to be an easy out for anyone here in this, their debut tournament. 17:47 game time. Again, at 20 minutes, the Seekers will be released. There will not be a stoppage for that, different from the American game for any of our American viewers here. Japan's going to carry this one over half. Shimizu, ball handling. Gets it right back. I think that was actually a reset used, which is a big mental mistake there. Shimizu again. 2 Shimizus now out on the pitch for Japan. The pass goes deep behind to Ishida. Ishida gets it over to Tanaka. Tanaka, Shimizu. Shimizu is beat out. Huge beat there from Guedes. But Tanaka's the first one to it, marked by Sanchi. And that's a second reset used. That mental mistake where just Shimizu to Shimizu earlier on just happened to be over half. And Team Japan said they didn't even know. I do agree the head ref did say reset used. Team Japan said they didn't even realize it hadn't been used, and unfortunate for them. Although Sanchi now about to be beat. Oh, the huge dodge wins control for Japan here. And the press comes from Ando. Pass goes deep corner to Chavez, and he is beat out. Big stop there for Japan. No dodgeballs back for Brazil. Team Japan looking to run. Ishida all the way up the pitch. Shimizu picks it up after the ball hits the ground. Shimizu finally gets it over to Tanaka. The pass is too high. She falls down picking it up. Gets it back to Ishida. Ishida. Oh, the huge pump fake. Sanchi gets called off. Rib Chavez gets beat out. But it's a huge block there from Machado. And Team Brazil get the stop. Machado with the hands at the hoop. And Brazil gets away with a scary one. 19 minutes, Seekers being called over to the scorer's table. Sanchi slowly bringing it up. Control still with Team Japan. Going to be Torrizani starting for Brazil against Higuchi starting for Japan as Chavez gets the great feed from Sanchi to score, making it 9-5 and putting this one further out of range. 19:42 is currently the time. Stoppage here. The ball is just being awarded to Ishida in the green headband. And again, Japan with control now going to bring this up. We got about 15 seconds until Seekers are released. Japan now looking to play with pace. Mizoguchi bringing it up.
7, 6.
Mizoguchi goes right, rips a shot through the top hoop. It's good. 9-5 now. And as immediately the Brazilian Seeker gets beat out, Chavez is going to bring this one over half. Japan really needs a catch. Oh, great move by Chavez to the right to Dika's defender. Oh, the hoop fell down. Tanaka was really just playing good defense against Machado. I think the hoop hit the ground. Tanaka is going to get a blue card for dislodging the hoop. I think just bad luck there for Team Japan as she was kind of shouldering with Vida Machado. Although no goal. So we'll see if the rest of Team Japan can really play some defense here. Lima going to start with it behind the Japanese hoops.
A chance of goal. I think it's a yellow card, not a blue one.
I don't get what he wants.
There you go. That's the red.
So that is going to be a blue card. The ball is live in the hands of Lima. She drives forward, goes for the shot. It's no good, wide. Machado gets to it, but does use the reset there. Machado driving in, drives right, gets through the hit, but again, Shimizu knocks it down, gets it out to Ishida in the green headband, and Japan has a stop here. They need a catch badly to pull this one back close. Higuchi gets beat out. Slowly moving up, Mizoguchi now for Japan. Koyama looking to create some space. Mizoguchi, oh, the great read from Leo Chavez. Huge block from him in the middle hoop. Oh! Shimizu almost won it for Japan, but not to be. Silva in green, gonna bring this one up for Brazil. Going right, dodges a beat. Oh, Lima didn't know the pass was coming, and that's an easy stop for Shimizu. Gotta talk with your teammates. Silva, it was a good pass, but they didn't know it was coming. Mizoguchi just lost a handle on it. Picked up there by Naito. He gets hit hard by Chavez. That knocks the ball loose. Brazil gets the stop. We're kind of trading rushed plays here at this point as Brazil finally slows it up. Silva to Chavez. Naito playing high defense in that green headband. Dodgeball's all in the seeker game. Chavez goes right, almost looking to use the flag runner as a pick. Oh, good hands there from Naito. Knocks it down, is able to pick it up. Chavez immediately contact from behind, just getting called back to hoops. Not going to be a call further than that. Mizoguchi up to Shimizu. Shimizu, easiest goal of the day. Suddenly 9-6, and a catch for Japan would tie the game. So Ramos to Costa is now seeking for Brazil. Time here for the Japanese seeker. They really need a catch from Higuchi. Would tie the game. Palhares hit hard up top by Takahashi.
Yellow card. Contact under the knee. Yellow card. Trying for falls.
Oh, for both?
Oh, both players are going to get carded here. Takahashi from contact below the knee, but Palhares is going to get a card for, I believe it was crying for a foul. I think the official rule is essentially making ref calls or just yelling at the refs for a call. It's going to be a yellow in both directions. All right, so both players are in the box. It is going to be quad ball to Team Japan.
Game is 22-21.
Game time, 22-21, Naito.
But the cry was a blue or a yellow? No, it was a yellow card.
All right, so Naito gonna start with it for Team Japan. Goes right, goes through a beater. Looking for screens here. Oh, it just absolutely floats one, and Brazil is first to fall on it. Tough break there from Japan. They cannot capitalize. But again, a catch would be huge as Ide is now in seeking for them, gets beat out. Ramos da Costa and Ide both really wanting catches for their teams. Brazil driving it up. Silva rather. Spins right, goes left, puts it through. And Brazil again going up 4, pulling themselves out of range, 10-6. Naito, though, just running with a head of steam up the pitch, gets rid of it to Shimizu. Shimizu cannot handle it as Takahashi comes into the play. It hits the ground, and Japan is just rushing now. Really not great for them as they do need to capitalize in this chaos. Lima Ball carrying for Brazil. Gets it to Leo Sanchi. Mark defense here from Japan. Sanchi goes left, tries to get around the corner on Naito. Can't do it, keeps going all the way around. Floats one up for Palhares. She's unable to come down with it. Shimizu just running the other way. That was Lima. Palhares the only one back. The shot does not go, and again, Japan cannot score on a fast break. Really, really troubling them now as Ide gets a lot of time against the flag runner. Leo Sanchi goes all the way through, tries to stiff arm and can't on Takahashi, but Takahashi can't take Sanchi to the ground. And Brazil has really now started to go on a run after being up just 9-6. It's 11-6. And Japan really is in trouble now, not being able to score in transition.
Waiting for the ref. I'm not talking to you.
The goal is good.
So again, goal is good. It is 11-6 in favor of Brazil. Both seekers have had good chances at the flag runner, but no catches so far. There's no calls on this play. I believe this is Gobert checking back into the game, ball carrying for Japan. Takes off down the right side, gets hit by Sanchi. It is going to be from behind, and that is going to be Sanchi's second yellow card, and he is going to be unavailable for the rest of this game. That could be big, big news if Japan is the team to come down with the catch. All right, we are now there's a new gameplay rule at this tournament. Teams are allowed one challenge per game for video review. If their challenge is essentially correct and the call is changed, they retain that challenge. If the call is deemed to have been correct in the first time, they lose that challenge. So with Leo Sanchi potentially being ejected from this game, if this call stands, Team Brazil uses their video review. During the video review, we are going to go ahead and take the stoppage. We'll come back when we know what that call is. All right, we are back. Again, this stoppage was for a video review on a yellow card call that was going against Team Brazil's Leo Sanchi. I believe I just heard a gameplay member here say that because the yellow card was for contact from behind and it is a judgment call, it is not reviewable. So if that is the case, Brazil will not lose their challenge, but they will lose Leo Sanchi to back-to-back two yellow cards, which will result in his ejection for the remainder of this game. Obviously, he's been one of the leaders on the pitch and on the sidelines. So losing him means that if Team Japan were to catch, Team Brazil is really going to have their back against the wall. Leo Chavez is going to serve the penalty time here for Sanchi. As the ref just clarifies the call with both speaking captains and the gameplay member here. Looks like we're about to get underway soon. So again, the call happened against Nicolas Gobert. He now will have the quad ball, but with a Brazilian defender right on top of him. Cannot see the number from my angle. I think it's Sperate from Brazil. He will have the passing option to Matsuo. right next to him, potentially also able to set a pick. And of course, both Pajares and Lima are back for Team Brazil, covering the hoops, potentially warding off any shots. Again, Japan does have dodgeball control here in this one. They are looking to give their seeker some time at the flag runner. Of course, a catch for Brazil would end the game. Catch for Japan would just extend it. At this point, as Japan is down 5.
Should I leave like you can sit behind? So that would be a yellow card for contact from behind. Second yellow means that player is ejected from the game.
So final confirmation for the head referee. Leo Sanchi, yellow card, contact from behind. Second yellow leads to the ejection. Leo Chavez will be serving this time.
24:02.
We're at 24:02 in this game time.
There's a heat break at 25.
There is a heat break at 25 minutes. And kind of as we're getting to this heat break, the clouds have broken, the sun has come out, and at least me sitting here, even under a tent, it feels like the temperature has gone up 10 degrees suddenly. So the referee making sure that both Gobert and Sparat know where they should be starting. Gobert spins the corner, gets rid of it to Takahashi. Takahashi rims out. Takahashi picks up his own rebound. Gobert through contact, gets it off to Takahashi. He goes around the corner. Top hoop, 11-7. And Japan now, new seeker in. Looks like it's going to be Kadahira seeking for Japan. Getting a lot of time is Team Japan at this flag runner. Sprate to Chavez. Chavez marked by Gobert. Goes high. No one home. Just Lima. Lima. Easy goal. Lima puts that one through. Extends Brazil's lead back to 5. And Gobert elects to take this one back on his own half. Kadahira called back to hoops
25.
as Gobert now goes. We're at 25 minutes. The next stoppage will be a heat break. Gets it to Matsuo. Matsuo, oh, the pump fake gets Chavez in the air. Gobert gets hit hard. Gets it out to Matsuo. Matsuo goes high. Oh, over the head of Endo. Oh, but out of nowhere comes Shimizu. He goes around the corner. He puts it through. That is 12-8 in favor of Brazil. And as the quad ball goes into the hands of Team Brazil, there should be a heat stoppage. Kind of a lull here. The head referee, I am unsure if he knows there needs to be a heat stoppage now. The score table was trying to let him know. Looks like we're going to keep playing, at least for the time being. Ramos to Castro now, seeking for Team Brazil, getting some looks. It's Leo Chavez near side. Goes right, straight around. Gobert comes in. The shoulder check isn't enough, and that's going to be a good goal from Team Brazil. Gobert, windmilling up the field. Goes right around Pajares. The pass, oh, great knockdown from Lima. Oh, and huge contact. That's going to be a card from Team Brazil. That's going to be a call on Sprate for just shoulder checking into Gobert from behind. This time we should actually really be into a heat stoppage, as the head referee's been able to be informed of that. Matsuo should start with the quad ball. She has a wide open Rio Endo by the hoops. So actually, my mistake, it's going to be a yellow card on Gobert, which I am very surprised by. I suppose illegal diving.
Wait, Todd!
Okay, finally, the head ref started it again and has finally been told there needs to be a heat break. So again, to summarize here, Japan now with a chaser in the box. They lead 13-8. We are a ways past the 25-minute mark, I think about at 26:30. We're going to take the heat break along with the players.
And every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes.
We're back from the heat break. Sorry, we missed about 1.5 seconds of play here. Brazil moving up the pitch here. Chavez takes the handoff from Sparate. Gets it back to Sparate. Can be closed out to by Matsuo. Gets right through Matsuo. Oh, and then finally it hit the ground. Lima picks it up, puts it through. That's back-to-back goals for Lima, I believe, making it 14-8. Japan keeping it slow. Shimizu, ball carrying, gets it to Mizoguchi in a handoff. Good dodgeball control from Japan during this flag runner on pitch period. They've really proven that their beaters can hang against this more experienced Brazilian team. Shimizu, right back to Mizoguchi. Mizoguchi, oh, the shot goes low. Maybe it was a pass to Matsuo. Matsuo gets it. Oh, and stuffed at the hoops, Tanaka. Good passing there from Japan, but better team defense from Brazil. They maintain their 6-goal lead here. Ide with the catch, but was beat before by Phil Kane. Phil Kane kind of saving the day there for Team Brazil. Pass goes way behind to Nascimento, who's now in the green headband, but beating all game before that. Oh, and Lima with the hat trick. 3 in a row for her, and that makes it 15-8. This one's kind of starting to get away from Team Japan. Mizoguchi receives the pass from Shimizu. Right back to Shimizu. Going right, deep corner, Matsuo. Back to Shimizu. Tanaka cannot come away with it. That's going to be Paul Harris who gets it back off, finally in the hands of Nascimento, now wearing green for Team Brazil. Control now with Team Brazil. Oh, immediately lost. Good play there for Japan. Leo Chavez goes right. Oh, finally goes all the way through, turns around, another pump fake. Finally puts that one through. 16-8 here. And this one got out of control quickly for Team Japan. Oh! Huge contact between the Seekers and the flag runner. We're going to keep playing here. Tanaka behind, gets it over the top. The pass from Mizoguchi to Shimizu results in a goal. The whistle definitely happened after the ball went through. The Brazilian seeker, Torizani, had contacted the flag runner The flag runner suddenly was back-footed, and Katahira was sprinting in, could not slow down, just kind of accidentally ran into the flag runner, which just resulted in some big contact on the ground. So the goal is good. 16-9 here. Brazil in the lead. So, starting with Nathan Nascimento for Team Brazil. Control in the hands of Team Japan. We'll see if they elect to start using it in the quad ball game. Creep the score a little bit closer here. Chavez. Ball handling over half. He's calling for Nascimento. Nascimento cuts right. Chavez goes right as well. Gets through some hands, but finally the strip comes down from Shimizu. Gets rid of it to Palhares. Palhares up high to Nascimento. Nascimento gets stripped by Mizoguchi, who just takes off up the field. He has to beat Chavez. Nascimento hits the ground, but it bar out. It rimmed out through the contact of Leo Chavez. Keitaro Mizoguchi is unable to put it through the hoop. Nothing is going the way of Team Japan during this flag runner on pitch period.
29-57. Leon, 29-57, basically 30. That's another heat break right now.
All right, we are at 29:57. There's supposed to be a heat break at 30. So I believe we are going to go into a heat break out of this stoppage regardless of what the call is. Head referee's talking with Leo Chavez. Doesn't look like there's going to be any cards on this page. All right, so it looks like it's going to be Brazil inbound when we get underway again. It's going to be a 4-minute heat break. We're going to take that stoppage as well, but we'll see you back here in about 3.5 minutes. All right, everyone, we are back out of that 30-minute mark heat break. Players able to stay hydrated here. Leo Chavez of Brazil is going to inbound from the far right-hand side of the pitch. Gets it to Nascimento. Oh, and no dodgeballs here for Team Brazil. The handicap is also now in effect for the flag runner, down to one arm. Nascimento going up far side right. Japanese seeker gets beat out. Nascimento still going right. Pick from Palhares. Gets around the corner. Keeps going. The pass off to Vida Machado. And Vida Machado gets on the board. 17-9 now in favor of Brazil. Phil Kane beating out the Japanese seeker as the snitch runner was downed. Ishida gonna ball carry here for Team Japan. Takahashi, right side option. Goes left, the fake, and then goes right. There was a great set play. The pick from Takahashi on the player at the hoop. That puts Japan at 10 goals. They still trail by 7. There's a back to hoops for a head beat against Team Brazil. It really, the call had been made earlier. I think they would have gotten control. Oh, they still do, just the great hustle there from Ando. And Cortea makes another beat. Now there's no dodgeballs in the play for Brazil at all. Leo Chavez was putting the moves on Ishida. The ball came out as the whistle happened.
Illegal contact from behind.
23-21, is that one or
Yellow
two?
card.
Vinny Anjos, yellow card for Brazil, contact from behind, beater for Team Brazil.
First?
Really see here eventually, I think if Japan wants to win this game, they're going to have to bring their beaters back into the quad ball game, away from the flag runner. Just trust that their seeker can make a grab sooner rather than later, especially with a beater in the box for Brazil. There's also going to be a quad ball turnover to Ishida of Japan. There's no one back if he can get the moves on. Leo Chavez, just a faster runner, gets through, but is beat out. Nascimento from behind. That should, there's no hands in the air. I am amazed that was not called contact from behind on Nascimento. But he gets away with one, as does Team Brazil. And they get the stoppage to keep this one at 17-10. Chavez dribbling up the pitch. Palhare's near side option. Cutting through the middle, sets the pick. Chavez goes left. Chavez pressed out by the beater Ando. Sends it behind. Japan ends up with it in the hands of Shimizu. Shimizu gets it off to the keeper. The keeper's streaking up the pitch all the way. Oh, the big fake. Nascimento finishes through contact. Does Takahashi. That makes it 17-11 here. Some more subs on both ends. Nascimento walking up pitch slowly. All the dodgeballs over by the flag runner, who again is handicapped down to one arm. Kadahiro from Japan gets a look, gets beat out. Nascimento goes right, goes around two defenders, gets through to the hoop, scores. That's 18-11 here in favor of Team Brazil.
Thank you.
Team Japan now is the team electing to keep it slow. I believe that's Ishida again walking up the pitch. But Team Brazil with a catch. It's being called no good. I think a beat came in before. Certainly the player was hit by the dodgeball, but I do think it was friendly fire, if you will. I think the Brazilian player had actually thrown that dodgeball, which would make the Torresani catch good. Referees discussing here. Looks like the catch is going to be good from the snitch was not, or the flag runner was not impeded standpoint. It's really just going to come down to who threw this dodgeball. The catch is good and the game is done. After a very well-fought game from both sides, Brazil ends with kind of a lopsided scoreboard. Final score 210 to 110. But I think Team Japan here, if they didn't against Canada, they certainly did against Brazil, has put the world on notice. These players know how to play. They're up to date on all the strategies. They're looking a lot better than I think some people thought they would. And it was a lot of fun to watch. Meanwhile, Brazil, still some card trouble, but they really cleaned it up. And now that they're one and one on the day, they're really hoping to upset Germany or Canada and get themselves into the bracket. I think if they do, they could really surprise some teams with medal hopes with their physicality. And if they can ride their physicality into some wins tomorrow, they could really be a dark horse performer looking to get a medal. With that, we are going to take a break before the next game on this pitch. The next game here is going to be England versus Mexico. We will be live with you again for that one.